What's up, everybody? What's up? Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air. Packers versus Eagles. Wildcard Weekend matchup. The game is final in Buffalo. 31-7 is the final as the Bills advance to the divisional round next week. Broncos are eliminated. Shelby Minnick in the house, Justin in the house, Kubler in the house, Sheila in the house. All right, let's see how long we last this time, y'all. Let's see how long we last this time. Here we go. Subscribe if you're new. Give the old video a like. And as long as they're up, y'all, check out the swag. Check out the Fanatics swag that I've selected on my affiliate links. What do we got in there? We got a couple rings. I got some nice ladies' boots for both of the teams. These boots were made for walking. And that's just what they'll do. One of these days, my Eagles or Packers boots will walk all over you. A couple ladies' jerseys, Jalen Hurts, and nice Mitchell and Ness for Rod Woodson. A couple nice hats, and some Hawaiian shirts. Some Hawaiian shirts for both of these teams. Away. I guess that's not Hawaii. I guess that's not really Hawaii. All right, we are live on YouTube. All right, this game is set to start at 2:30 Mountain Standard Time. That is in about 23 minutes, chat. About 23 minutes. We are going to listen to the Philadelphia Eagle radio broadcast. Let's look at the betting line, even though Justin isn't in the chat. He's in the shower, apparently. Thanks for sharing. But here is today's betting line. I forgot to turn on bets. Let me turn on Valhalla Sports Talk betting as well. Ooh. There we go. No response. There we go. There we go. All right. So according to BetMGM, the odds for this game, Eagles are favored by 5.5 at home, minus 275 on the money line. Packers are plus 225. The over/under for the score is 46. In the chat, this is the time we do it. Let me get your predictions for this game and what is the score going to be. I will post mine in the chat right now as well. I was leaning upset here. I was leaning towards a Packers upset. Because I feel like the Eagles are kind of Jekyll and Hyde this year. But I don't know. I'm thinking about waffling right now. I think this is going to be a close game, y'all. I think this is going to be really close. So I'm going to say even though it makes my purple heart absolutely sick. I'm going to say take the Packers and the points. Take the Packers and the 5.5. Let me post that in the chat. All right, let it be written, let it be done. My Valhalla Sports Talk Stone Cold Lock. The Eagles are going to win this game today. But if you're betting against the spread, take the Packers and get the 5.5. My predicted final score is Packers 24, Eagles 27. Kay Slay, welcome to the chat. All right, let's look at the numbers, y'all. I should look at these before I make my prediction. But here we go. Points scored per game, Green Bay 8, Philly number 7. Points against, Green Bay 6th, Philly 2nd. Total yards per game, Green Bay 5th, Philly 8th. Total yards against, Green Bay 5th, Philly 1st. This Philly defense is no joke, y'all. They've worked the draft correctly and taken the chances on the correct guys that were tumbling down the board, and it's worked out the last couple years here. Passing yards against per game against Philly. What's up with their secondary? First. Watson out for the Packers, though, y'all. Watson is out for the Packers. Passing yards per game, Green Bay 12th, Philly 29th. Holy shit. Rushing yards per game, the Packers are 5th, Philly 2nd. You know who that is. One Saquon Barkley. Sacks, the Packers are 7th. The Eagles are 13th. And time of possession, 13-3. So Philly holds onto the ball. And picks, Packers 3, Philly 12. All right, that shit is up there rolling. That is a copywritten, so we'll come back to this later. We will come back to this later. We got 15 minutes, 15-minute warning for Packers versus Eagles. And I feel dirty being around all this Packer shit. It's going to be a blowout since IKOE. You're going to get what back after this one? Miss Shelby? What did I miss? Oh, you lost 10,000? Let me make my bet too. Now remember, the Voints bets are straight up. The Voints bets are straight up, chat. No line involved. No line involved for the Voints bets. So let's also get game predictions in the chat, but also give me a prediction on when you think Valhalla Sports Talk will be hidden. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. My bet is official. Shout out to the 74 in the chat. Thank you for being here. Nobody does these watch party streams quite like Valhalla Sports Talk, y'all. Nobody does it like we do it. And I do it all myself. I don't have a staff. I don't work for a corporation. It's just my channel doing my thing. But I do have some haters out there that are managing to get my shit hidden all the time. We had 3 in a row where we didn't get hidden, but happened again this morning. Val, your hair is looking pretty GQ, but where's the LA hat? It's right here, buddy. I haven't put it on today. I'll probably put it on during this one. Probably put it on during this one. Sometimes it's nice not to have a lid. You know what I was thinking the other day too about Grossi? Tom Grossi has all those Packer hats hanging behind him in his setup. And I don't think I've ever seen Tom Grossi wear a hat. I don't think I've ever seen him in a hat. Something weird I was thinking about the other day. Bravery moves forward, Valhalla, says Shelby. We're moving forward, girl. We are moving forward. Onward and upward. Onward and upward, young lady. Already getting my ass kicked. We definitely lost the algorithm. Bravery moves forward, Valhalla, and Joseph says, "Hi, Val. I'm like number 29. Appreciate it. I see that. 29 likes, 82 up in here, up in here." Oh shoot, I better figure out what this game is on. I better figure out what channel this is on. So Vrabel has been hired by the Patriots. Mike Vrabel to the Patriots, the 16th coach in franchise history. right, so this one's on Fox, y'all. This game's going to be on Fox on your local television remote. You don't want it to be competitive, John? I don't understand. Ico is picking the Eagles. About 10 minutes to kick off. So this is game 2 of the Valhalla Sports Talk triple header today. Next we've got the Commanders taking on the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. That's a 6 o'clock start, y'all. 6 o'clock start. And then tomorrow, Vikings-Rams. Vikings-Rams. I got 6 o'clock, so that's going to be, 6 o'clock tomorrow for Vikings-Rams as well. I already put up the thumbnail, at least, for Ohio State versus Notre Dame on the 20th. That's a 5:30 Mountain Standard Time start. And then college football will be over. We'll start setting our sights on that March Madness. And I read somewhere today, 75 days, chat, 75 days till the start of Dodgers baseball. Joseph, you should know how to acquire points. You acquire points by being in the chat and by participating in the chat. The winner gets the honor of losing big to either the Lions or the Vikings, says John. I've already belled, says Shelby. All right, let's find some audio. Let's find it. This is when they shut me down, yo. This is when they come and get me. Again, Philadelphia broadcast is what we're going to listen to. I got enough of this Green Bay crap around me already.
Nine a.m. to noon, 12 Nost and Drew Stoltz are on Gravy on the Sleeves from 12 to 2 p.m. Inside the Ropes with Carl and Dennis Paulson from 2 to 5 p.m. Then it's 2 hours of K. Trick and McGinnis on tap, followed by Rocco Mediate on the...
Sounds like they got 2 shows going on at once, y'all.
Phelps, your local carrier heating and air conditioning distributor. Verizon. PGW, your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. And Piazza Auto Group. Now, the Pro Football Hall of Fame voice of the Eagles, Merrill Reese, and 5-time Pro Bowler Mike Quick on the Eagles Radio Network. Presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865.
On December 26, 1960, 1960, a teenager from Overbrook Park paid $15 for a ticket and entered Franklin Field for Pro Football's World Championship. He watched from a seat in the corner in the end zone as Chuck Bednarik sat on Jim Taylor as time ran out and the Eagles beat the Green Bay Packers.
This is one of those announcers with a nasally voice,
well,
kind of like me.
This isn't the World Championship. but it is the first step on the path to the Super Bowl as the Eagles meet the Green Bay Packers for the 48th time. Good afternoon, everyone. Merrill Reese and five-time All-Pro Mike Quick at Lincoln Financial Field. Devin Caney's on the sideline. Mike, after all these years, playoff games still make your heart pound a little faster.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's not 1960, and I don't know what you could get for $15. You got a ticket for $15.
$15.
Well, I can tell you this, Merrill. What still exists today is the finality of the playoff. Once you get into the postseason, it's a one and done. You win, you move on. You have another really good week. You lose, then you have to prepare for the offseason and the next season. And there's so much talk this week about the Green Bay Packers. Can the Eagles beat them? Will they? How do you feel about this game? Well, you know what I realized about the Packers, just looking over their history?
What's that?
They thrive in these games where nobody believes in them.
Yeah.
So the Eagles have to come out and establish that they are the dominant team, and I do believe that they are the dominant team, but that has to be established early in the football game, and that can be established by both lines of scrimmage. Defensively, the Eagles are better defensive front than their offensive front. Offensively, the Eagles' offensive line, they're a better front, and they have to establish that dominance early in the football game.
That's a good point, because last year the Packers, as the wild card team, went into Dallas, the division winner, and everyone thought it was going to be a fait accompli. But the Packers won the game going away.
That's exactly right. They really embarrassed the Dallas Cowboys in week one of the playoffs last year. We don't want to see that here at Lincoln Financial Field.
Talking about embarrassed, did you know that 1922, the American Professional Football Association ousted the Packers from the league from using college players under assumed names in a game against Racine? They readmitted them the following June. If you didn't know that, you don't know Jack.
I don't know
Get to
Jack.
see Jack Dell's team at DellToyota.com and DellChevrolet.com. We'll be back with the starting lineups on the Eagles Radio Network, presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865 on 94 WIP.
What's on the menu for football season? Pork, of course. Get ready for game day with Hatfield and put some pork on your fork. Elevate your kickoff cuisine and halftime feast with Hatfield's winning lineup of marinated pork tenderloins, pork loin fillets, ground pork and sausage, bacon and ham. Whether you're the tailgate king or gridiron gourmet, Hatfield helps you savor the taste of victory. Visit simplyhatfield.com for play-by-play menu inspiration. Find your flavor with Hatfield.
Know what's below, because even minor excavation projects like installing a mailbox, building a patio, or putting up a fence can do major damage. Contact 811 before you dig, or visit pa1call.org to submit a locate request to have underground utilities marked.
Dear Winter, you're not so treacherous, because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's saying something. So you bring the action, and we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go.
Hear every game of the NFL playoffs on SiriusXM.
To the end zone! Touchdown! Justin Jefferson!
The NFL's Wildcard Weekend concludes tomorrow night at 8 Eastern. The Vikings take on the Rams.
Caught! Puka Nacua! Touchdown, LA!
Hear the experts on NFL radio break down all the playoff matchups. Join the conversation on Channel 88 and on the SiriusXM app.
It's soccer's most thrilling league.
Only the Premier League can make you feel like this.
And now every match is on the SiriusXM app.
Can you believe it?
From the title race.
This is remarkable. Keeps this title charge on.
All right, chat. We got just a few minutes to the start of this game. They're saying 13 minutes, 43 seconds on Fox. So it was a 12:30 or it was a 2:30 start Mountain Standard Time, but officially they're not going to kick it off for another 13 minutes, 30 seconds. So this is your 13-minute, 26-second warning for kickoff of Packers-Eagles. This is NFL Wildcard Weekend action. 2 more games to go, this one, and then Commanders versus Bucks later tonight. But thank you for being here. Hey, we got our first bots in a while. First bots in a while. We'll play that by ear, Shelby, on whether we delete them or not, but I turned off slow mode, so we're probably going to see more of that. There is a way I can combat that, and I will do that in a minute here and see if I can help it out. But anyway, if you're new here, we've got about 128 in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. First of all, a lot of choices here on YouTube for you to watch these play-by-play live streams, and you guys are here on Valhalla Sports Talk, at least for now. So if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost you a penny. YouTube Analytics is telling me my channel, 95% of the people that have been watching the last 30 days are not subscribed to the channel. So please hit that subscribe. Also, the like button, y'all. The like button is what gets you pushed up through the YouTube search to the top, right? So the like button, some people don't know how to hit it, is why they don't do it. But what you basically do is you X out of the chat on your mobile device or your laptop or even your home computer, and then you click that thumbs up, and there's a little line there that says chat. You click that line again, and you'll come right back to where you are right now. Roderick Russell says, has the game started yet? No. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet, but it's coming. It's coming. All right, but we got about a 15-minute warning. Packers are in the tunnel, and they're shuffling out onto the field at the link. But enjoy the show, y'all. Thank you so much for being here.
Laser EV. Lightning Round Champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Hey, Eagles fans, this is Merrill Reese. Phones weren't made to be broken, but life happens. So when you break your phone, Verizon in Philly's got you. Trade in any phone from one of their top brands in any condition, guaranteed, and get a great deal on one of their best 5G phones with unlimited ultimate. Switch now and save. Available at a Philly area Verizon store.
This week on Let's Go with Bill Belichick, Max Crosby, Peter King, and me, Jim Gray.
Coach, what are your thoughts on Mayo being let go?
It's no surprise. There's so many coaches now that are released after a year and a half. You need that shared vision between ownership and coaching and scouting, and that's when you can be successful. And I had that up until about the last 4 years in New England. And when you have that shared vision, you have a chance, you can get a lot done.
Listen to the extended version of Let's Go, now available exclusively on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Hey everybody, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. If you're a racing fan, Dirty Mo Media, they have the ultimate lineup for you, even in the off-season. From NASCAR drivers and crew members to industry insiders, we've got it all. Whether you're tuning in to Herman Schrader, Becoming Earnhardt Season 2, Door Bumper Clear, The Teardown, or even Speed Street for you IndyCar fans, we're covering every angle of motorsports in the off-season. Dirty Mo Media is your home for all things NASCAR now on the SiriusXM app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Up the middle, touchdown!
You're listening to SiriusXM.
94 WIP.
This sideline report is sponsored by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. Jack Daniel's has always made whiskey, but one thing Jack can't make: moments. Those are on us. Make every moment count. Please drink responsibly. Down we go to Devin Caney. Devin, welcome to the playoffs.
Thank you, Merrill. I am beyond excited and a little nervous to be here. I think you summed it up perfectly, opening up the broadcast. There's just something about playoff football. Gives you some butterflies. But we've got a clear day for this wild card round matchup. Sun is set to go down in about 20, 30 minutes. Highs in the upper 30s, a little warmer than what we had last week. And most importantly, not very windy whatsoever for this game. So that's good news, not just for the fans who are trying to stay warm, but also Jake Elliott and Braden Mann and special teams. Also important to note, the Eagles brought in new grass for the postseason earlier this week. The vice president of grounds for the Eagles told me they brought it in Monday morning and it was ready to go by Monday. Now the team has been practicing on it all week, not necessarily to break it in like a new pair of shoes, guys, but simply because the NovaCare field isn't heated like it is here. So it was quite frozen because it's been freezing cold here in Philadelphia. And apologies if it's a little loud down here. The team is running out, but the field is really important to note, because if you remember all the way back to week 1 in Brazil, that turf was so slippery when the Eagles faced the Packers. Players like Jalen Hurts had to change out their shoes just to get a better footing. So they should be good to go. Now, the VP of Grounds told me that this turf is solid. They wanted to give the guys the best field possible going into the postseason to hopefully host more than just one game. Now, several players spoke about Jalen Hurts returning to the team. He is active. QB1 is back. Jordan Mailata said he looked really sharp. Saquon Barkley said, of course, there's always going to be a little bit of rust to shake off, but he's looked really good in practice. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Devin. Game field conditions are brought to you by Groundworks. Tackle your wet basement, drywall cracks, or nasty smells coming from your crawl space by booking a free inspection at groundworks.com.
I want to see how long it takes the Eagles to get pressure on Jordan Love in this game, because I think that's going to be the key to this game, to pressure him into making mistakes, Merrill. And that's my X factor in this game, which is sponsored by Parks Casino. Parks Casino is my casino of choice. It's smoke-free. Enjoy action, entertainment, award-winning restaurants. Seth Joyner every day. This is how you win. You must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here's Tom Kelly with an NFL update.
Thank you, Merrill. The Bills blew out the Broncos today, 31-7 in Buffalo. AFC matchup set for next week. The Texans will go to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs, while the Bills will host the Ravens. The scoreboard update brought to you by Dietz & Watson. Time to recharge with a halftime snack. Artisan meats, cheeses, and Dietz Nuts meat snacks are the perfect play call from Dietz & Watson.
Saquon Barkley stole the show in his Eagles debut with 2 rushing touchdowns and a reception for his 3rd touchdown in that opener all the way back in September in Brazil. Eagles won that game 34-29. That seems like ages and ages ago.
That was such a long time ago, and what's interesting is how both these teams have evolved since that first week of the regular season. We didn't really know what to expect out of the Philadelphia Eagles and the type of team that they would be. Now we understand who they are. Now the coaches really know these players and situations that they can put these guys into and count on these guys to come through in those situations. Totally different football teams on both sides of the field. They've both earned the right to be in the postseason, and now, are you able to advance? That's what this is all about.
Mike, are you concerned about the Eagles' offense showing rust? Hurts came back in time for a few days of practice, and A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith have both missed time.
Not at all. I just want to see this team work out the little details, because they're such a talented team. The roster is so strong. If they do the small things, the big things will take care of themselves.
And now the national anthem, presented by Vanya Sachs.
Thank you. Please remain standing as we honor America. Remove your hats, and members of the armed forces and veterans salute. Performing our national anthem is Vanya Sachs.
That was Vanya Sachs. Isn't it interesting that he has a name like Sachs? But his name is Vanya Sachs, or at least he wants it to be.
Well, he could have changed his name. You know, I was born another name, and Quick just seemed to fit.
Right. His real name was Vanya Clarinet. Yeah. But that was done while the beautiful bald eagles circled the stadium. Took kind of a circuitous route, came between the goalposts. I wasn't sure he was going to find the handler, but what a ceremony as we get set for the Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Playoff game. Wildcard Weekend continues here in Philadelphia.
I'm a big fan of the saxophone national anthem every time. And, you know, they've had a couple of different people that perform with the sax, and I'm just a big fan of that. It just feels right.
I used to love it when Grover Washington Jr.
That was so
would do it. The late Grover Washington Jr. He was absolutely wonderful.
You know, that was my early years in Philadelphia when I was able to be in the old Spectrum or at the Vet, and Grover Washington performed, and that was always really special.
The best. Although Vanya Sachs did him proud.
No question.
Coming out today for the Packers, wearing their gold pants, their gold helmets with the big G, white jerseys. Eagles in their traditional midnight green and white pants and green helmets with the wings.
Eagles captains Slay coming out with Jordan Mailata, and the honorary captain today's game, the great EA Eric Allen.
NFC wildcard game. For our coin today, the NFC logo will be heads. NFL shield will be tails. I need your option, heads or tails? Tails. The call is tails. Yes. You've won the toss. Philadelphia has opted to defer. You will receive. In which direction will you kick? All right, Green Bay will receive. Good luck, gentlemen.
You mentioned that Eric Allen is out there as an honorary captain. Great to see Eric and his wife Lynn here at the stadium today. And Eric is a finalist for the Hall of Fame. Boy, does he deserve it. I really hope he gets in. It's way overdue. 6-time All-Pro. One of the most exciting plays that I've ever called in my life was his interception back in 1993 against the Jets.
Yes.
Where he ran back and forth across the field. Must have run about a mile to go about 80 yards. It was amazing.
I always remind him that he's one of the reasons that I realized that it was time for me to retire when I couldn't beat him off of man coverage.
What a great player. Well, you were too. All right, the Packers will be receiving the football first. Let's see who's kicking off this time. I think it's going to be Jake Elliott. They have switched a couple of times. Most of the season has been Braden Mann, but Jake Elliott will kick off.